What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Doctor edition of Play with That Food. No, wait, your food. Yours. You right there. We're gonna play with your food, and I got my eye on all of you, so you better behave. Alrighty. Today we're gonna be reviewing a game that I absolutely love. Yeah, Remy loves it too. A game that I have loved since it first came out, and when I found out it was being re-released, I got way too excited. Had myself a good old nerdgasm. Anyways, without further ado, we are reviewing The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Now, this is the case. This one's for the 3DS, if you didn't know. Those of you who don't have one, we will show it to you in just a second. And in the case, you get your instruction booklet and your game cartridge. Ta-da! Man, you know, when the game first came out, I remember it just totally blew my mind. I never played anything like it on the 64. I loved Zelda. It's always been one of my favorite franchises. And when I played the Ocarina of Time, it just was like, whoa, this is amazing, you know. And I know many of you who did play it back then probably felt the same way. So when I found out it was coming out again, remastered, redid, and on 3D, there was no way in hell I was gonna pass that up. So I was, you know, luckily for me, Frida also wanted a 3DS, so it kind of worked out in my favor. I bought her the 3DS, and then we both got the Ocarina of Time, so, you know, that was pretty awesome. As far as the game itself, what did you think?
I love it. You know, I really, really, really do. It's actually really easy to play. The storyline is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And the music that you have to play, it gets stuck in your head.
I know, right? Those tunes you get to play on the little ocarinas, they really stick to you. When you hear them, you'll know. I remember from that game.
Yeah, and you'll know exactly what song it is. Either Change It Tonight, or Call Your Horse, or
Now I have this. I don't have a 64 anymore, but I do have this game on the Wii, and it's the original. You know, so it looks like. You know, it's not hideous, but by today's standards, you know, the graphics need to be cleaned up, the colors and all that stuff, and they did an amazing job at fixing this to make it look a little more new. It does have the same exact stuff as the original one. They didn't change anything except for the looks. They made it cleaner. They made it brighter colors. You know, they changed a few things, like the way the bushes, I think it was. They fixed those to make them look a little better, or the grass. But you know, overall though, it's the same exact game. It hasn't really changed at all. Yeah, so you know, the music score, everything, and then the 3D factor. Oh, and another thing, you can aim with the DS. You know, holding it. Go ahead.
This is what it looks like.
Oh, that's the 3DS.
So here's the 3DS, the outside, and here's the inside. As you can see, it's actually on right now.
Yep. And there's good old Link standing there inside of his house.
Yep. And what he's talking about is, you'll see the picture here, and if you're aiming, you can move the system around to actually see what you're trying to look at or what you're trying to aim at.
Yep. So when you're using your bows or arrows or your slingshot or anything like that, instead of, you can aim using the target button, or you can aim by using real-time, capture where it'll follow your movement on screen, so you're moving it around and the whole thing's moving with you. Let me see. Unfortunately, we can't show you the 3D portion on here. I tried it, and it gets all distorted because the way it works is like any other 3D, where it has the two pictures close to each other, and your eyes see it as as it being in the third dimension. And when I tried to do it on here, you see the two pictures split, and it looked all weird and funky. So I figured that probably wasn't a good idea to mess with everybody's eyes. Anyways, here's a little bit of what the gameplay, stupid bright light, looks like. You can see him running around there. And, where is it? Oh, that's the wireless. Yeah, it's all turned around on me. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but... And then you have your screen down here, the touch screen, is where all your items are. Not sure how well you guys can see that. But basically, if you wanted to switch items, you just touch the screen where the item is and assign it to a key, and then you push the button accordingly. Let me see if I can... I'll bring up the slingshot so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Here is the way the aim works. So you've got the slingshot. Now, wherever I point this thing is where he's going to aim. So he's tracking the camera motion there. And that is so cool. But unfortunately, with the 3D, you have to, because it's the split screen, you have to have the game a specific way. You have to basically hold it like this, like, straight in front of you, so you're like, bam, and if you move it, it gets distorted. And you can adjust the 3D to make it so it's, fitting your thing, but when you're trying to aim in 3D, if you move and your head's not keeping up exactly straight with the thing, it'll get distorted and it gets kind of fuzzy to you, and it's a little hard to see. For people who wear glasses or just have natural problems with their vision, it becomes a real headache. I'm sure it probably does for people who don't too. We all do. So for us, it's like most of the time I play it in 3D when I'm running around and stuff, and then turn the 3D off whenever I'm doing something like aiming or shooting or whatever. Like I said, you can aim using the targeting system, so you don't have to do the whole moving around thing, but it's fun. So
it is.
Why not?
I remember the other day I was playing on it, and then I was laying in bed, and I wanted to look around where I was at, so I was like rolling around the bed, and Chris was looking at me crazy because I'm rolling on the bed with a 3DS.
Funny. She's like on one end of the bed, and then she rolled all the way to the other. It's like, what are you doing? So I'm aiming. But overall, man, I would say.
Oh, is that right?
Yep, that's what I would say.
All right. Thank you.
I would say that if you liked the original, you don't even have to love the original, but if you liked it, this is more than good enough to pick up. I think with the updated graphics and the 3D, I would say it's equal, if not better, than the original one. And that's saying something because I really, really love the original one. So overall, man, I would definitely. I mean, it's hard to say too much about the game because so many people have already played it and already know what's going on with it. I don't think. No, this is it. Oh, yeah. Oh, I never really looked at this instruction booklet, but it's a fold-out pamphlet. So there you go. You guys can see it. There's the instructions. Big old fold-out pamphlet. I thought it was going to be an actual book, but I guess not. That would have been too hard. Let's see. So that's what you got there, and then it comes with the 25th anniversary little gold thing. And for those of you who don't know, this is what the 3DS games look like. Because I've been asked that before. They're just a cartridge, little cartridge. Slide in there like that. But yeah, man, that's that. We are going to do a whole review on the 3DS. If you guys want to see it, let us know. and we'll prioritize it. If not, we'll just continue with the other games and throw it in there sometime soon. But this whole weekend, we're going to be reviewing Zelda games. We got the Ocarina time today. Tomorrow we're going to do the Twilight Princess for the Wii. And then Sunday, we're going to do the newest one, Skyward Sword. So, if you want to know anything about those games, keep an eye on the channel. We'll be talking about them real soon. Also, like usual, if there's any other games you want to see, drop it down below. We'll get to it as soon as we can.
Yeah.
He knows. We were watching Terminator today. That's like Remy's new favorite movie. Well, we watched all of them actually. But during Terminator 2, in the scene where they were in the what was the ravine, I think it was called, and John's being chased by the T-1000 and the truck, and Arnold's on the bike. After that scene was over, Rem was doing stuff like that the whole time and cheering. He's like, yeah, every time something would happen. Then when the scene was over, he came over and gave me a kiss and told me thank you, and then asked me to replay it. I thought that was hilarious. He was glued to all of those movies, man. Anyway, that is the Ocarina time for you. I don't know, there's so much to say about it, but since most people played it already, there wasn't a whole lot of new stuff to bring up. Alright, yep, that's what we got for you today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, if you want us to prioritize the 3DS and talk about it faster, sooner, quicker, whatever, let us know, and we'll do that. In the meantime, you guys keep playing with your food, keep playing those games, and we will see you guys later.